And it's tournament day. Today, going to Path to Glory 3 in Barrie, Ontario, Canada. I'm taking 1,500 points of Dark Eldar. It's a 4-round tournament, competitive. Let's get to the event and see how it goes. Stay tuned, there's going to be a tactical corner at the end, and all that good stuff that you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and this is Skari. Let's embark on this journey together. Join the community today by supporting over on Patreon, as well as liking the Facebook page and visiting other social media like Instagram, Twitter. Check the links down below. So here we are at the Bayfield Mall. It's in the morning and we're going to be at the tournament soon. It's a 20-player cap tournament. Don't know how many people have signed up, but there's bound to be some good competition today. Make sure you check the Dark Eldar army video that I made about my Dark Eldar army. There's like a lot of Tau, Dakurian, Necrons. There's going to be a bunch of stuff. I'm really excited for the event. This is where other tournaments are held. The Barrie Bash that's coming up in February is going to be here, which is a major ITC event. I'm running that one, so you're invited, even though you're across the ocean, to come the last weekend of February to the Barrie Bash. Okay, let's get to setting my army up and stuff. Game 1 at the Path to Glory tournament. I'm playing Craig, one of the twins, and he's running Tau. So he has a CAD, buff commander with suits, Riptide, some crisis suits, and then he's got a optimized stealth cadre, so he is ready to rock and roll my world. I'm playing, so it's pitch battle, and playing progressive objectives. So there's 5 objectives, and starting at the top of turn 2, you get to score points. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Stay tuned. We'll come back after the game. Okay, fantastic first game. I was left with 1 grotesque, with 1 wound left. I had primary turn 5 and turn 6. Went to turn 7, and that was it. I lost primary, so instead of being like a draw-ish with 8 points, and 8 points to a minor win to the Tau, it was a complete sweep, 19 to 2 points out of a possible 20, just because I did get Big Game Hunter, which is kill the most expensive unit. This is by far my worst matchup, and there's like 4 of those lists in this tournament today, which is going to be a test of my mettle. Thanks a lot for tuning into Game 1. Now we're moving on to Game 2, and it's 3 more matches, so I have a chance to still eke my way up to the top, and let's see how the game continues. Okay, we're on to round 2 after the ass whooping I got. Good to play Diogo. Diogo is on the ETC Canada team. He's brought his Eldar today. So it's a Wraith Knight, 6 unit of Scat Bikes, and 30 Warp Spiders with an Autarch. We're playing a mission that is 5 objectives, and he made him go first and deploy first. He's kind of scouting everything, and then you capture the objectives. And the first person to capture most objectives 3 times wins. It's an interesting dynamic. It's a very fast, brutal style game, which we will go with. Okay, we'll be back after Game 2 at the Path to Glory 3. At the start of the game turn gets 1 point. First player to 3 points wins the primary and the game ends. So it's like a sudden death sort of victory, which I did get. 2 Cabalite Warriors fighting some Warp Spiders. That did not die, and then my Grotesques actually were able to eliminate Warp Spiders and the Wraith Knight. It was actually my Homunculus with his little flesh gauntlet that killed the Wraith Knight. The Wraith Knight was rolling horribly to hit with his D weapons and to wound with his D, but so that was game. I had some Mandrakes over here holding that objective, and all in all, a very tough fought game. Had those Cabalites died, I would have lost horribly. Had that Homunculus died, I would have lost horribly. Had these Mandrakes died, I would have lost horribly. So it was a very, very hard fought battle. Okay, on to round 3 with 14 out of a possible 40 points so far. Round 3. So, round 3, I'm playing Tori. Hey, Tori. You've seen him on the channel. He's playing his Thunderwolves, so he's got 2 units of Thunderwolves. He's playing Champions of Fenris with a Wolfguard Battle Leader and 2 Servitors, and a Skyhammer Annihilation Force, 2 10-man Devastator squads with 2 Grabs, 2 Melters, and then 15 Assault Marines in different capacities. Is that the 5-man unit?
Yeah, they're all 5-men.
Oh, okay, the combat squadding. So I've deployed my army here. King of the Hill is the game. Get within 12 inches of the center of the board. So let's see what happens. Okay, so round 2. Round 3, right? Yeah, come here. Let's do this real quick. You know the Hydra. Hello, Hydra.
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
Great.
How's your 3rd game?
I got a draw.
Draw, again?
Again.
You're playing how many flies?
6. Only 6.
That's really funny. 6 flies, it's crazy. So I won my 3rd game, and it was a 20-0 against the Thunderwolves. Really good. Skyhammer, I was able to murder them, it was great. Okay. Okay, and game 4, playing Evan.
It's a rematch at Thursday.
It is a rematch. We actually had a game on Thursday night where I played his army, and I got absolutely destroyed.
19-1?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like that?
It was crazy.
Good game.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. So it's a rematch of that game.
Grudge match.
It's a grudge match. Let's see what we can do. Riptide Wing, Ghost Stealth Cadre, and a Suppression Force. Firebase support cadre, which is pretty nasty. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, I'm playing a crazy nasty Tau army. We have a Riptide Wing,
when it's done.
Stealth optimized cadre, and a fire suppression thing.
Firebase support.
Firebase support cadre, which is like the original formation that Tau got. 2 broadsides and a Riptide. So 4 Riptides, Ghost Skills, Stealth Suits, which are Marines, but the Stealth Suits for the tournament. And I've decided to go first. It is table quarters, and I've decided to deploy everything. He gets a +1 to seize the initiative because of his royal trait.
Gotta roll the dice.
And okay, so right now, Evan is going to attempt to seize, but I am going to put it on camera because if he seizes, I'm pretty sure it's going to be almost certainly game over before the game even starts.
Or everything will be jinking.
Or well, that I don't cover mostly. So thank you, sir.
Ready?
Okay. Does the Tau seize? Let's see. They don't. Thank goodness. Okay, there's a game ahead of us. And the game is over. A full sweep. Win for the Dark Eldar. The Grotesques just boosted back here and just charged a bunch of Riptides and the Ghost Keels and tied them up. And I did go first, so I killed the Riptide and the Broadside and then I charged. I made a really long charge with the Grotesques to charge his Stealth Suits turn 1. And all in all, the Dark Eldar win. Evan!
Good game.
Great,
Revenge,
revenge game. And that is it. Thanks a lot for tuning in. There'll be a tactical corner. I'm going to take some pictures of the other armies and of the boards. And yeah, make sure you check the link down below to the army video that I made about the army itself as well. Anyway, thanks a lot. That has been 4 games of Dark Eldar. And what an event that was. Thank you so much for everybody who came down and participated at the Path of Glory. Wow. It was an incredible day. Back at home now with 1500 points of Dark Eldar. I took 2nd place. Fred, great general, took 1st place with Dakurian Necrons. Very, very tough to kill with double Canoptech Harvest. I played against some very tough opponents, against some very tough lists. So make sure you stay tuned for the tactical corner where I'll go over it. But overall, very pleased with how the Dark Eldar did and the capacity that they have when played well. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And other than that, let's just say it'll be the next time I go to a tournament, I want to use my Dark Eldar again. We have 1 more tournament for this series, so I'm looking forward to what the Dark Kin will bring.
Anyway, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, etc. Check the links down below. Become a patron today if you'd like to support the content I create and be a part of the growing community. And stay tuned for the Tactical Corner. Skari out. Hello and welcome to the Tactical Corner. We're talking about the Path to Glory 3. I was packed up and ready to rock and roll. Took 1500 points of Dark Eldar. If you haven't seen the competitive army list build on the YouTube channel, I recommend you do. But combination of movement, shooting, objective secured, anti-tank, anti-infantry, some infiltrating shenanigans, and some strength in the name of the Grotesquerie, as the Grotesquerie is by far one of the toughest formations that the Dark Eldar have access to. So, this was one of the armies at the event, Fred's Necrons. He ended up winning overall with his Decurion Necrons. The venue is fantastic at Sir Games a lot, and other big events such as the Barrie Bash, which is a big major ITC event, are held there as well. We had some Necrons and Grey Knights and other armies that were present. I didn't take pictures of all of them. But on to round one. Round one, I played Craig and his Tau. He had a Riptide in there with an iron cannon. He had missile broadsides with missile drones, with a commander. There was a buff commander. He had a unit of suits, 3 different units of suits, and a ghost optimized cadre, which is very, very nasty. Now, we were playing a progressive objectives mission, so you got points by capturing the tactical objectives and getting points per turn. So, having large unit of objectives secured and lots of units, I was able to contest his objectives and prevent him from capturing them while getting a lot of points early in the game. And I was able to do quite a lot of damage to his units, but the Riptide passed pretty much every save he was required to make. And the optimized stealth cadre just completely annihilated my army. So even though I would have won turn 5, it went to turn 7, and I did lose my first game. Just some more pictures of some of the boards. Now, losing my first game meant I was going against a lesser tough opponent, or so I thought. In comes Diogo and his Eldar, Wraith Knight with sword and board, 18 jet bikes with scatter lasers, and 2 aspect hosts with an autarch. So, extra reserve manipulation, and just your generic super movement and super strength 6 and super objective grabbing. Now, we were playing a mission designed for this tournament, which is a pretty much a sudden death mission. So at the bottom of the turn, at the top of the turn, sorry, whoever gets the most objectives gains a point. So going second is very important. The first player to 3 points automatically wins primary, and the game just ends. So it forces you to play the objectives very early on in the game. And I was able to get, because he reserved most of his army, and I did force him to take first turn, I was able to take the primary, and I would have gotten it earlier, but the game did go on till about turn 6. But I did win that game by the skin of my teeth, even though the Dark Eldar had taken horrendous casualties. This is Evan's lava board. It looks amazing. And then we have the HYDRAS 6 flyers, or whatever he was running at the tournament. He loves playing random lists, and they always do relatively well. And then I played Tori and his Space Wolves with a Skyhammer Annihilation Force. So he had a Wolfguard Battle Leader, a couple of units of Thunderwolves, and then a 10-man assault unit, a 5-man assault unit, and then the 2 Devastator assault squads in drop pods. The mission was King of the Hill, which meant that we got points for having more units than the opponent within 12 inches of the board. Now, this was a very fun mission for me because I had a lot of units, but also because Tori had not put Power Fists on one of his units of Thunderwolves. So that's the one I charged with my Grotesques. Meanwhile, I systematically pulled his army apart and essentially tabled him in about 3 or 4 turns. Then this took me to the top table against Evan. And, well, one of the top tables against Evan and his Tau, Riptide Wing, Optimized Stealth Cadre again, and a Firebase Support Cadre, which is what the Tau got originally, the broadsides and an Iron Tide as well. So all in all, another very, very nasty Tau army. Now, we were playing table quarters, which meant that you got points for controlling more table quarters than your opponent. This gave me a distinct advantage in game. But having played Evan a couple of days before, I knew that I was not going to be able to be tame. Taking first turn, I took the risk and just deployed everything. And he was unable to seize, and I was able to pounce on his army. That just broke his back, and he was unable to get the points he needed in order to stop me from winning, but it also meant that I completely wiped out his army in about 3 turns because I was so aggressive with my Dark Eldar, and I got a very cool charge on turn 1 against some stealth suits with my Grotesques. All in all, this was a fantastic event. The Path to Glory series will have its last tournament, the 4th tournament in the series, after the Barrie Bash. So make sure you stay tuned, check the links down below for more information, become a patron if you'd like to support the content I do and become a part of the growing community. And oh look, Scions, I've seen this army before. Make sure you check out the battle reports that we had with this really gorgeous looking Scion army by Jared and a small little 3-game campaign that we did on the channel. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, commenting, and let me know how much you love all the content we do here at SkaredCast. Skari out.